Okay, if y'all want to see how I make this quick vegetable stir fry with sausage, come with me to Grandma Rose's Open Pantry on YouTube and I will show you how to make this delicious, scrumptious, healthy, easy, quick vegetable sausage stir fry. Good morning. Y'all, I just got back from the beach late yesterday, and if y'all caught my videos, I made two while I was down there with my little great-granddaughter Winnie, and she loved it. She kept saying, "Grandma, when we gonna do another one? When we gonna do another one?" It was so sweet. I'm so glad that she enjoyed it. So, I got up this morning, and I don't know if y'all have ever done this. I went through my refrigerator to see what I had because I didn't want to go to the grocery store. So I had one package of beef smoked sausage that I've got here. We're going to do a stir fry. When I have just taken things out of the refrigerator, a stir fry is a really, really good way to use up what is in my refrigerator. And it's going to be a lot of veggies. I'm going to do peppers, onion, carrots, celery. I only had a little bit of broccoli. I wish I had more, but that's all I had. And I had a piece of a cabbage. I'm going to use that. And I cut up an apple. And I'm going to put that. And my wok was really, really hot. I had turned it on. So I'm going to turn it back on. And I'm going to put some olive oil in my wok. Because I'm going to brown my sausage before I put my veggies in. But I'm going ahead and cutting my veggies up. Now this is the end off of a piece of celery. I'm not going to throw this away. I'm not going to put it in my stir fry because sometimes they're a little sinewy and tough. So I'm just going to put that back here. I'll put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll use it in soup or something like that. And my carrots, so it will cook about the same time. You know, it takes carrots longer to cook. So I'm going to grate it on the big side of my grater because I do want carrot in it, but I want it to get done by the time my other vegetables get done. So I'm going to grate it. And I've just got my cabbage cut up like in pieces like that, so they'll cook quickly and they'll cook about the same time. And I just did my broccoli in little bite-sized pieces. Okay, as y'all can see, my wok, once these woks get hot, they stay hot a long time. I'm going to sit it off while I cut up my sausage because I don't want it to be so hot it burns my sausage. All right, I'm going to put all this over to the side. And I'm just cutting my sausage in just little bite-sized pieces like this. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and be browning that. And I'm trying to cut it on a slant just so it would be pretty. You don't have to do that. But I like pretty food, so I like to make it as pretty as I can. Okay. All right, I'm going to cut up my onion and about the same. And I got my apple. I cut my apple in half, quartered it, then cut it in half again, and then just cut it in little pieces like that. So you wouldn't have to be picking up a big slice when you pick up your sausage and your broccoli, your peppers. I'm trying to get everything in about the same size, bite-sized pieces. Okay. Now mandarin oranges is good in this too. Mandarin oranges is delicious in this. All right, I'm gonna put my sausage in. Bring my wok back over here and brown my sausage. Get a spatula. I'll just use a spoon. Okay. I want that to get a little brown on it, a little crust on it, because it just makes it really, really good. Okay, baby, so come back over here. I'm going to put some red pepper, and I've shown y'all before how I cut my pepper. I'm not going to use all of this. I just cut it around, and then that just leaves the seed. So I'm going to cut my pepper in half. Then I'm going to cut it in little bite-sized pieces, just like that. Okay. We had the best time at the beach. At one time, there was 11 of us down there. It was me and Jenny, my daughter, her daughter, Promise, and her two of her grandchildren, which are my great-grandchildren. Wendy was one of them, and Addie. There was my niece, Leary, my great-niece, Grace, and her son, who is my great-great-nephew. He was down there. My best friend, LaWanda, was down. And then for a couple of 3 days, we had some more friends, Sharon and Hannah. They were with us. So,
our pastor's wife.
Our pastor's wife. So, and daughter. So we just had the best time. We were on the beach some, we cooked some, we fellowshipped. It was just really, really a nice downtime. We do this every year. And we just really, really enjoy it. Okay? Some of these got really, really brown, but that's okay because it's gonna make our dish better. And once that wok gets hot now, I mean it is hot. You have to wash it. All right, I'm gonna get a bowl over here, honey. I want to take these sausage out. Okay. All right, that's the brown. One side is really brown. Now I'm going to put some of my veggies in this same oil because you want the flavor of your sausage in this oil. And this is a heavy wok. I don't think it's cast iron. My grandson, Jordan, gave me this wok, but it is heavy, heavy. I'm not sure what it's made out of, but it is a good wok.
Looks like stainless.
I don't know, but it's really, so it's nice that it's got two handles on it, so you can pick it up like that. All right, now I've got almost all my veggies cut up. Now I'm putting celery in this. A lot of times I don't, but I'm trying to get as many veggies in it this morning as I can. And I have shown y'all before, I just take my knife, go up under the edge, get all these strings out. I've already done one, but I left this one so I could show y'all how to do it. It's been a while since I've shown y'all how to do this. So you just take your knife, go up under it, pull those strings out. You'd be amazed at how many strings are in celery. Okay. Let me throw these away so they don't get in my dish. And I'm just going to cut this in like bite-sized pieces, just like I did my cabbage, my broccoli, my peppers, my onions. I'm going to slice this one in half because I'm getting down to that bigger end. All right. I'm going to pull this off because that is hot, hot. Okay. Let me finish cutting this. Now, I've only got half an onion here, so I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to slice it like this. I'm not chopping it, I'm not dicing it, I'm just kind of slicing it. Alright, now I've got to decide what I'm going to put in first. I think I'm going to put my celery. And I'm going to turn this down a little bit. My onion, my peppers, my carrots, okay, alright, and I'm going to stir fry this just a little bit. You want to show them, honey? And my apples. I'm going to go ahead and put my apples in.
Now, I would have thought you'd held the apples out for a while.
No.
Because they cook more quickly, don't they?
No.
They don't?
Not than all of this. No.
Okay.
They do not. Alright, I'm going to put a little salt, some pepper. Now you can use whatever vegetables in here that you like. But this is just what I have in the fridge, and that's what I'm using today. Alright. Stay right there, baby. I'm getting a little bit of toasted, I'll measure it for you. A little bit of toasted sesame oil. I like to use that. I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons. And I've told y'all before, be careful with that because you can overdo it. It's very easy to overdo your toasted sesame or any kind of sesame oil.
Were you planning to put any ginger in this?
No.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
not.
That's fine.
But I am going to put some soy.
Okay.
Okay? I'll get the lid off. I'll get it like this. Alright. I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of soy. Okay, I'm going to turn it back up. Because I don't want this to like steam or boil. I want it to kind of fry. Because this is a stir fry. Do you want me to put ginger in it?
No, that's all
Because
right.
I've got some fresh ginger
I know
over
you
here.
put ginger in it for me sometimes. It's all right.
Yeah. Alright, now I'm going to sprinkle some garlic. That's garlic powder. Always use garlic powder. Alright. Now I'm going to put my cabbage and my broccoli in there. I'm going to put a little bit more salt, but now be careful because your soy sauce has salt in it. This is gluten-free soy sauce, by the way. Now you can put whatever meat. You can put beef. You can put pork. You can put ham. I've got some ham in the refrigerator. I could put that.
Chicken?
You can put chicken. You can put shrimp. Whatever you want in your stir fry. You just make it the way your family likes it. And you can make this often and put different meats in it, and it's almost like a different dish. So, and it's so easy to do, and so healthy and nutritious. Alright, I'm going to put my sausage back in, because I want some of that sausage to get all over my veggies. Now remember, you're stir frying this, you're not boiling it, steaming it, so you still want your veggies to be a little crisp, a little al dente. Unless you don't like them that way, and then you can cook them long as you want to. But it makes a beautiful dish. And do not put a lid on this. If you try to put a lid on it, it's going to steam your veggies. And I just keep stirring mine.
If they're strong enough, they can throw it around in the air, can't they?
Well, I wouldn't try throwing this around in the air. But I guess if they're strong enough, they can.
That's a heavy wok.
This is a heavy wok. That's the reason it holds the heat like it does.
Yeah.
Now, some of these little sauces got probably a little too brown for y'all. But you know what?
Perfect.
They don't taste burned at all. They're just real brown. And that's the way we like them. And it makes them kind of, when you're chewing them up, you've got that little crisp crust on it. Really, really good. Okay. It's going to take this about probably 3 or 4 more minutes. Me just standing here and I'm just stirring it so it'll I can get all my flavors combined. I'm going to taste of it. Make sure I've got enough salt, enough pepper in it. I want to taste some of that cabbage.
And you can stir it in this wok way up on the sides because that heat is all up the sides.
It comes all the way up.
So you can just push it up and it's cooking everywhere.
Like that, it's cooking the whole surface.
Right.
Y'all, this is so good. Now this would be done enough for a lot of you right now. But I'm going to cook it. I'm not putting any more salt. But I'm going to cook it about 2 more minutes, I think. The cabbage is al dente. I can look at the broccoli and tell it's ready. So this whole thing, once you get your veggies cut up, this whole thing you can do in like 15 or 20 minutes. So good and nutritious. You can put more meat in it, but to me, that's the really good thing about a stir fry. You don't have to have a lot of meat. You can have lots of vegetables and a little meat, and you can serve a wonderful, delicious, healthy meal. And this is very economical, y'all.
Yeah, you could use half the sausage you did by just cutting the pieces up real small.
Cut them up really small. Yep. Okay. I'm going to turn it off. I want to taste one of my apples. I cut my apples really thin so they would cook at about the same amount of time that my cabbage did. I cut my cabbage and my apples about the same size. They're still a little crisp, so I'm going to cook this. I turned it off, but I'm going to let it cook about another minute or two just to soften these apples just a little bit. But you want your cabbage and your apples about the same doneness. Okay, y'all. We're about to taste. Ain't my husband good looking? When you've been away from him a week.
It's me. It's me again, Harold.
Okay. We are about to taste. And when Roy eats anything like this, he likes to eat it in a bowl so he can get it all hemmed up, and he likes to eat it with a spoon.
What thou saith it quickly,
So
because I'm about to eat that.
Okay.
This is delicious. I love this dish.
I always give him a big spoon. He's got a lot of space in his mouth. Now,
I'm the one that makes your show go. So watch your mouth.
Okay, y'all. I already know this is so good. Y'all look how crusty
This
that
is,
sausage.
this is fun eating. I love it. Still chewy, crunchy.
We call that al dente, but your cabbage, your broccoli, your peppers, onions, apples, everything is still not crunchy, but just a little chewy. So, so good. Y'all. I have been mouthful. You got too many sausage.
Wow. I'm telling you, the apples really are good in there. I never thought of putting apples in a stir fry.
That little bit of sweetness from that apple, so good. So if y'all want a quick, easy, healthy meal, this is one right here. You get all your veggies. Thank y'all for joining me on my first morning back from my beach vacation. And I love cooking there, but when you're in your own kitchen, you're used to where everything is. You're used to having everything that you need. Your utensils, your bowls, it doesn't matter. When you're in a foreign kitchen like that, somebody else's kitchen, you don't always have what you need. You have to improvise and you have to use what you have, but
Who did you get to improvise for you?
me. It's always better in your own kitchen. So, food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness back in good, healthy food.
Don't you never marry a woman that can't cook.
Please share this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell, and leave me a comment where you're watching from. Cook this and tell me if you like it as well as we do. And tell me what other meats or veggies you put in it. So you can make it your own. You don't have to use these. Love y'all. We'll see you next time.